Thank you.
Mr Speaker.
Mike Sabin.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'll take a short call on this bill. No great surprise to my colleagues on the government benches or anyone else in the House, I suspect, Mr Speaker, that the Greens oppose this. Mr Speaker, the Greens typically do oppose reducing bureaucracy, which is usually a fairly good indicator to this side of the House that we're on the right track, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I just want to take it up to a slightly higher level. Just to sum up, I think most of the matters here have been well traversed in this good piece of legislation, Mr Speaker. But the National Government was re-elected in 2011, essentially because the public of New Zealand have faith in our economic leadership, Mr Speaker. And a key plank in that, Mr Speaker, is our priority in terms of improving public services. Mr Speaker, this bill is simply part of the government's overall program to improve state sector performance. And Mr Speaker, this bill will achieve efficiencies for the New Zealand public, Mr Speaker. This will improve service delivery, Mr Speaker, to the New Zealand public, and it will also help us achieve a better synergy, Mr Speaker, across those backroom corporate functions. And yet again, another good example, Mr Speaker, I believe, of how this government is heeding what the New Zealand public have realised, is that we have to be more efficient in the way we go about governance. Mr Speaker, there was some comments made from across the floor with regard to the fact that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think, Mr Speaker, we shouldn't forget the fact that if it could be better, we should actually aim to do that. That's exactly what the New Zealand public expect of a government, Mr Speaker, and that's something that this bill sets out to do. So what are we really talking about in terms of nuts and bolts? What savings are we talking about to the New Zealand public? $19.6 million, Mr Speaker, over 4 years, and $4.1 million thereafter, Mr Speaker. This bill is another part and another good example, Mr Speaker, of how we are supporting the New Zealand taxpayer to improve efficiency in our government, in the way government provides services to the front line and ensures that we have the most efficient backroom services in doing so. I commend this bill to the House, Mr Speaker.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 opposed.
New Zealand First.
8 opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
The ayes are 61, the noes are 60. The motion is agreed to.
Crown Entities Reform Bill, second reading.
This bill is set down for committee stage next sitting day, and I call now on Government